Last night, the Undisputed Era went to war with Pete Dunne, Ricochet, Rowe, and Hanson. But who took over?
That's a good question. Let's answer that question. Yeah. Let's talk about NXT Takeover War Games 2.
Woo!
We actually open up with Matt Riddle, bro. Because apparently, we didn't watch the pre-show, but he was in the middle of an interview, which was interrupted by Cassius Ohno. Cassius saying that he'd be able to knock him out, and so
1 second.
So, the King of the Bros is like, "Hey, bro, come out here. I'll knock you out." And Cassius is like, "All right, fine. I'm gonna knock you out." And Cassius got knocked the fuck out in one move. Then we had the NXT Women's Championship match, 2 out of 3 falls. Shayna defending against Kairi Sane. The first fall went to Shayna Baszler after some shenanigans went down. We had Marina Shafir and Jessamine Shafir, whatever you want to. Marina Strong, because they actually officially got married a couple days ago. Congratulations, guys. They ended up coming down, attacking Kairi while the ref was checking on Shayna. This allowed Shayna to lock in the Kirifuda clutch and get the first fall. Second fall went to Kairi after an insane elbow to the outside on all 3 women, and then another one onto Shayna inside. And Shayna picked up the final fall. She ended up catching an insane elbow and rolling it into a crucifix pin after all kinds of craziness on the outside, including Jessamine and Marina and Dakota Kai and Io Shirai, and it was just insanity. And Shayna is still the NXT Women's Champion. X-Pac was in attendance with his dog.
Suck it.
Aleister Black defeated Johnny Gargano with 2 black masses, finishing the last, before finishing the last one, saying, "I absolve you of all your sins." The NXT Championship stayed with Tommaso Ciampa after he defeated the Velveteen Dream with a draping DDT on the middle partition that was in between both of the rings. And in the main event, War Raiders, Ricochet, and Pete Dunne defeated the Undisputed Era with a bitter end and a 450 splash on Adam Cole, baby.
So that makes Undisputed Era 1-1.
Yep.
In the War Games.
Thought for sure.
Not officially their match anymore.
Nope. Thought for sure they'd go 2-0, but they did not. That's not what we're talking. Well, I mean, we could say that we are 3-3 going into Survivor Series. We've got a few discrepancies, and so after Survivor Series, we'll know who's getting the punishment, or the Wheel of punishments. But first off, what did you like about TakeOver? Other than the fact that it was TakeOver.
It was fucking awesome.
It was fucking awesome. I watched it twice, and it was awesome both times.
You know what? This is something I rarely ever do, and a lot of times it even goes on my dislike.
Okay.
But I'm going to give my like, to be 100% completely honest, to Matt Riddle, one-hit KO in Cassius Ohno.
Whoa.
A, I rarely ever put Cassius Ohno losing on my like or love. B, I rarely ever put one-hit matches on, but it was the setup, the fact that they pre-set it up, the fact that it was something that wasn't supposed to happen until next week.
Yeah, it's supposed to happen on NXT.
It was an impromptu bonus match.
Yeah.
Even though it was super short. And then the post-match reaction of Cassius Ohno getting up, still trying to fight, despite the fact that he lost.
He got knocked the fuck out.
He didn't realize that the match was over and that
Plus,
Matt Riddle was walking
the placement of that knee was just spot on, Matt Riddle. Like, it was, it caught me by surprise. I was trying to figure out why Matt Riddle was coming out at the beginning to start the show. I was like, wait a second, were they going to do this? And I was like, and then, the one shot, I was like, no. Okay, they're just, nope, no love for Cassius Ohno at this show. Regardless, I mean, the fact that it was a bonus match, I think it definitely deserves at least a like. I'm going to give my like to Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano.
God, it was so good.
Hard hitting, both guys just... both guys seemingly had the same game plan, where it was, I'm going to give this guy everything I have, and then take a moment to make him think he's in control, take control back, and it was just, it never felt like one of them had more of an advantage than the other. Yeah, it was a match that kept more so than any other match on the card, except for maybe the very first one, because that was only a second long. Yeah. It kept
a really fast pace.
Yeah.
So, there wasn't the rest holds, there wasn't, recoup breath time, with the exception of the very few times where, like you said, they stopped. They both did the same thing, where they both stopped and baited the other one into trying a finishing move.
Yeah.
Just to kind of flip it into something else. Other than that, really, they didn't have much as far as, like, let the crowd gather their thoughts. They just went on from, like, one throw or dive or kick or punch to the next, over and over again. And it was
there's very little downtime in the whole match, and that was the most impressive part, was that they kept
a really good conditioning on both guys.
Absolutely. And the fact that they kept that pace for as long as they did, I mean, that was at least a solid 20 minutes. And that in itself is impressive, to go a 20-minute match, but to keep that pace and still laying in those strikes, making everything look just so vicious, so real. I mean, it was a fantastic match. I could watch it 10 more times and still enjoy every bit of it. What did you love?
War Games.
I mean,
the fact that my one unlike for War Games.
Your pickiness is
the shark cage.
Yeah,
it's dumb.
But they told a story with the shark cage.
What I did enjoy is that they actually used it.
Yeah.
Like, unlike last time where it was just kind of there, so you could see, maybe the only reason why it's really there so you can see the people.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like you can see, you can kind of try and gauge which one of them's coming out next.
But the fact that they did the whole locking it with the other chain, they did use it as part of the story of the match, which was nice.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, you could still have them just come out from the back. It's no different than a Royal Rumble. It's not like you have all 30 guys in Gorilla, about to start fighting each other.
Right. But, again, Penta. But the point is, Bobby Fish couldn't lock Pete Dunne in Gorilla.
Yeah. Well, maybe. You never know.
I don't think Triple H would appreciate that if Gorilla was blocked, because he's back there.
Yeah. But you could also have the same sentiment where, maybe, had Pete Dunne been the last one out, Bobby Fish could have came out and locked the door to the cage with the chain, so Pete Dunne still couldn't get in.
True.
You still have Pete Dunne with the option of climbing, but that wouldn't have given Pete Dunne the option to throw the chairs and the table and everything.
Yeah, the trying to get the tables over the top of the cage would be quite a bit more difficult than passing them to War Raiders through the door.
Yeah, no, but I mean the fact that it was standard style. You had the opening 5-minute segment. You had the timed intervals between people. You had everyone entering individually. Very, very classic style, and it made me really enjoy it. Had really good psychology throughout.
I also appreciate it because you were saying that before the match you wanted to see that moment where the babyface team was solid. So the fact that they all came out with the war paint, all color coded, they were a unit.
Yeah.
And Undisputed Era didn't even see it coming. It was that added a lot to it, and just everyone fucking rocked it.
Yeah.
Every person.
And MVP of the night, Ricochet. The
double
moonsault, man. Whoa.
Yeah. I mean,
didn't see it coming.
I mean, shout out to Hansen jumping from one ring to the other and splatting Kyle O'Reilly through a table. Yeah. There was, like I said, every single guy had a moment in that match where it was this is this guy's moment, and then there was great times where it was this could be it, and then all of a sudden Bobby Fish is dropping a trash can on Hansen and breaking up a pinfall. So it was there was some great near falls through the whole show.
Yeah,
I mean that is an art that NXT is just phenomenal at.
Yeah,
and so to see that as consistent as it was through the night was just fantastic.
And it got me another point because I went for the baby faces.
That's true.
So what about you? Love?
Yeah, War Games, absolutely. But here's the thing:
honorable love for Velveteen versus Tommaso.
Honorable love for the whole fucking show, man. It's
Takeover.
It was all good.
It's awesome. And there's the thing too. It's a lot of the times, that you have a lot of good bated breath moments. in NXT, especially title matches.
Yeah.
Where they do a really good job of making it look like somebody's going to win. But most of the time, you can kind of see through it. And based on the pacing of the match and what's going on, you can kind of already tell, like, oh, well, so-and-so's going to keep the belt kind of thing. They had that moment, though, where Tommaso had brought the belt in and dropped it, and then Velveteen used it. And he even had the moment, because he hit that DDT, like he didn't realize he hit it on the belt.
Yeah.
And then he looked at the belt and he looked at the referee as if to go, "Am I disqualified?"
Yeah,
that was like he did. He's like, "Am I disqualified?" And he pointed at Tommaso like he brought the belt in.
Yeah, like
and the ref was like,
the ref even had to think. He's like, "Yeah, no, you're good. Go for a pin."
Yeah,
and then I think that the fact that was their. That was just kind of happenstance. Velveteen didn't set it up or anything. And I think that adds a lot of credibility to the way Tommaso won, because obviously Tommaso didn't bring in the metal partition between the rings.
No.
He just used the environment to his advantage, and it just happened to drop Velveteen on his head. And so I thought that was a perfect, so that way Velveteen can't say, "Oh, you used this to your advantage." Like, Ciampa just essentially did exactly what Velveteen did, just with more intention. Fuck, man, Takeover is so fucking good every single time. Do you have a dislike? I have one dislike.
I can't think of one right now. Maybe after yours, maybe I'll think of one. Shark Cage.
Okay.
I mean, they used it, which made me dislike it a little bit less, but I still don't see a reason for the Shark Cage. So Shark Cage was my dislike.
That's fair. My dislike, we now have 6 hours of Survivor Series to sit through. It's a big 4. We got a lot to watch, and I mean, they lost a lot of the steam that they had 5 days ago. So let's hope that they're able to still really bring this thing together and make it
a thing.
Make it worthwhile for 6 goddamn hours.
Luckily, the first 2 will only get to have to sit through the tag match.
Yeah. Do you think they're going to give that one some actual time, since it's the only one announced for the pre-show so far?
I mean, it's probably going to get the better part of 25 minutes maybe.
All right.
Which isn't much time for 20 guys in one match, but
it's still quite a bit of time for a match. So we'll find out, because that's what's going to happen next in just a couple hours. So for now, guys, thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Click those links down below.
There are so many social media links.
Be sure to post down in the comments what you liked most about NXT TakeOver. What did you love? What did you dislike? Anything? Let us know down below. Be sure to check out our podcast. You won't get this review, but you get all of our regular reviews in podcast form.
Yeah, that's the link if you go down there and click the one that says SoundCloud.
And you can check out Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's reasonable with a W.
Like wrestling. With the list. The List with Kevin Hawk is on there. Question of the Week with Thomas Wolf is on there. Other videos loosely based around wrestling. And there's a whole playlist of unboxing videos from our friends at Pro Wrestling Crate. And a couple of those sprinkled in between. But with Pro Wrestling Crate, we get cool shirts like this Ricochet shirt and this Kevin Steen shirt. Get micro brawlers, Funko Pops and some things. Braun came in a different box. You won't know what box it is unless you go over and check it out. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. And we'll see you at whatever video, more than likely Survivor Series, you decide to watch next.
Nah, I need a nap.
Go to sleep.
Okay.
Fuck Modus.
Fuck Modus. Travis? Where you at?